I took it.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. So, yeah, totally. Does it work for you?
We're gonna have one of us sit here, if this is okay, one of us stand here.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, there'll be somebody sitting here and there, but that's okay.
Their voice to their hearing aids.
Sure.
So they can see better.
Great. Sounds good. Good morning. We'll call to order the May 1st, 2025 meeting of the Montgomery County Board of Commissioners, seeing all three commissioners present. I'll ask Scott France of Planning to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So we've got an exciting agenda today and a number of guests here who we're excited to welcome. I'll just start by recognizing that today is May 1st, and since 1889, May 1st has been recognized throughout the world as International Workers' Day. It marked the beginning of demonstrations for the legal establishment of an 8-hour workday. What's especially important for us to recognize is that Pennsylvania was a critical part of the history of the labor movement, continues to be, and much of that began actually in places like where I grew up in Carbon County, in the coal and steel industries, where so much of the work that was fueling the progress of the country at the time, the Industrial Revolution, was work that also put workers in harm's way. And when you think about the importance of many of the regulations, the laws, the structures that have been put in place, we recognize here in Monco that a strong working class and middle class is one that must be protected by laws, protecting the dignity of work, respecting every worker, and ensuring that there's access to education and economic opportunity for all. And that's something that's critical for functioning of our society as a democracy. So that's May Day, so happy May Day, everyone. We also have an election coming up on May 20th. So we have a primary election. I know if you're a poll worker, you've perhaps gone to some of the trainings that have begun. I would thank the voter services team. Those trainings are long. There's a lot of details to go through, a lot of mistakes that can happen anytime 500,000 people try to do one thing. But we've got a great team, and people have already received their ballots. They've been voting. Those ballots are being received by voter services in the mail. There's still time to request them, so please do so now or make a plan to vote on Election Day, Tuesday, May 20th. You can also come into a number of our satellite offices around the county, which I think you'll have a listing of the locations and times. We've got our mobile office as well, the voter van, which is traveling around the county, stopping locations where you can see a listing online of where they will be. And they'll make it easier for people to vote across the county at different spaces. So again, Election Day, 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Tuesday, May 20th. So please make a plan. You can easily go to moncopavotes.gov to find your registration status to make sure that everything's squared. So I'll also note that we're excited to announce a new resource online, which is our Immigrant Resource Center webpage. And that's something that was put together by our new Director of Immigrant Affairs, Nelly Jimenez Arvalo. And we've put together a comprehensive list of different resources for the county that people can reach. No matter how long you've been here, you should have all the same access to our resources. So next, the SEPTA funding crisis. You're going to hear about this a lot, and more so when we get into the budget season in Harrisburg. But we are facing a crisis with funding through SEPTA. Essentially, if you look at all the other cities around the country, our transit system and mass transit system receive significantly less from state government than you'll see in other regions. For example, the Boston area would receive close to $1 billion, and SEPTA is hoping to close their $213 million shortfall with investment from Harrisburg, and that's going to be a big part of the debate right now in Harrisburg. And the consequences are really horrific for Montgomery County. We would stand the most to lose in property values if the bus lines and service lines were canceled, the ones that need to be. So, for example, the first ones to go would be Paoli, Thorndale, the Norristown, Manioc lines, Chestnut Hill. Literally, the main line, would be sidelined, and that's bad for people who work in the city coming from Montgomery County, and it's also bad for people from Monco that are commuting in. So we're going to continue to be loud about this issue. If you have a story you want to share, perhaps you're someone who uses SEPTA every day, perhaps you've used it to go to a Phillies game, perhaps you've used it because you're someone who has a disability and has to use mass transit. And any of those stories you have, please send to us. Please reach out. It's very easy to find my email address. But please, be a part of this advocacy, because it's going to be devastating for Montgomery County if we lose those transit options. Final two notes I've got is, one, a big part of supporting economic growth here in Montgomery County is the work of our Commerce Department and the Industrial Development Authority. We have great small businesses on vibrant main streets around the county, which hopefully will stay vibrant if we fund SEPTA. But our region has become a critical hub for life sciences startups, so much that I've heard people calling the Philly area Silicon Valley. This week, the Industrial Development Authority, chaired by our county treasurer, made a very strong investment in Monco startups. It's part of a program called Montgomery, and they've committed $500,000 to Ben Franklin Technology Partners of Southeastern Pennsylvania, which is a nonprofit early stage investor in our region. And we've invested about $1 million in startups prior, so this would bring the total funding to $1.5 million, and it's just an example of the great work that our Commerce Department under Steve Forster and the IDA are doing to support economic development here in Monco. So if you're an entrepreneur or a startup employee who's searching for investors, please reach out to Ben Franklin Technology Partners about the program. And Steve Forster, our Commerce Director, is always a good point person for all the resources. Finally, before I turn it over to my fellow commissioners, we're going to have a little fun with a very special guest, and that's Josh Weichert, who's a Collegeville resident and 6-time Jeopardy champion. He's here with us today. So When he isn't dominating the field in Jeopardy, Josh is a professor at Immaculata University's Civic Engagement Department. Appreciate that. He's also an officer in the U.S. Army Reserve and a staffer with Representative Joe Webster. So in late March, Josh went on a Jeopardy tear, winning 6 nights in a row and bringing home over $100,000 in winnings. He's going to share some of that. So thank you, Josh, for joining us today. You are a great ambassador for Montgomery County. We're all very proud to see your wins. And so we thought it would be good to test some Monco knowledge for everyone here. The mini Jeopardy game.
One word of caution before this happens. It is far more important to be fast on Jeopardy than be knowledgeable. So
God, perfect. All right, so this is going to be directed by our version of Alex Trebek. Megan Alt, who's our comms director.
All right.
I need a click pens. I have a. I'm actually right.
Yeah, so everybody was going to get a piece of paper and a marker. It'll be like Final Jeopardy.
I have to
Fair enough.
participate.
You're on.
We have a couple questions. We'll see how well you do. Okay, everybody ready? We don't have the music, unfortunately. But, all right, you ready? Yep, go ahead. So, this hard-to-spell river flows through Montgomery County, originating in Pottsville and ending in the Delaware River. Can you repeat the question?
For the record, spelling does not count on Jeopardy.
It doesn't?
Oh, it doesn't?
All right,
Does
let's
not.
see. Show your answers. The Schuylkill River, very good. Although nobody answered in the form of a question.
That was not.
So. Okay, we're going to. All right. So get outdoors with this friendly competition. For 10 years, Monco residents have found hidden symbols and won prizes, not to mention gained healthy habits. Cheating.
Sure to get it?
Don't look my hand.
There's a kickoff to this event happening this Saturday.
Oh, I know.
All right, let's see your answers. What is the trail challenge is correct.
This Saturday. It's on my calendar.
Isn't
Some
speed part of it? So like the first person
All
to
right.
put up their answer.
Yeah, that's what Josh says. This is Final Jeopardy. We're doing
Yeah,
Final Jeopardy.
okay. I'm just saying.
Final, okay, we'll do one more. So this restored 18th century Pennsylvania German farm was once a headquarters for General George Washington in 1777, not the famous member of Fallout Boy, like the name might suggest. So
No,
this is a
I'm gonna get it wrong.
Pennsylvania German farm that the county owns that also has a name similar to the famous member of Fallout Boy. I was pretty proud of this one.
I've driven past it.
You asked ChatGPT to make this?
Yeah.
No, I wrote this. I wrote this at like 11 p.m. on Tuesday. It's okay. All right, ready? Let's see. Anybody guess the Peter Wentz farm song? Pete Wentz. I know.
That's their 90s emo music. Come on.
Sumo music. All right.
I was going to say Mary Mead, but that doesn't.
No, not Pete Wentz is a famous member of Fallout Boy. We do have two more if you want to keep going. So we have this county-owned park shares its colorful name with its home borough. You'll be envious of its 3,400 acres and 3 bodies of water. Mr. Winder is on it.
Watch out, Josh.
Watch out.
Oh, the producers will want to say to everyone, go online and take the Jeopardy Anytime test.
There you go. Correct. Green Lane Park. Very good. What is Green Lane Park? All right, this is the last one. This one this one is very hard. Born in Norristown in 1951, this jazz fusion trailblazer is famous for his unique bass guitar playing, which can be heard on 4 Joni Mitchell albums.
My wife is going to kill me. He has visited her music classroom at Eisenhower Middle School, and I can't remember his name.
This one is very hard. All right, we'll show the answer.
This could be the moment where we beat a Jeopardy champion.
Could be the one. All right. We'll show the answer. And who is Jaco Pastorius? So, learn something new. Communication. All right, very good. Love it.
You take a photo with Josh?
Oh, gracious, thank you so much. Thanks so much.
All right, right here. Right. 1, 2, 3. Good. Thank you.
Thank you also. Since I semi have the floor here, I just want to say the community support around Montgomery County in general, and especially around Collegeville area where I'm from, has been really phenomenal. So thank you all so much, really.
Great, with that, I'll turn it over to Commissioner Winder.
So what I would say, Josh, before you leave, we started our roots at Paul V. Fly Elementary School. And I went to school with your sister, who is an amazing educator in the Norristown area public schools. But I was visiting my dad at the hospital a couple of weeks ago, and I ran into Mrs. Carfagno. If you know the Norristown area, Milton, you know, Mrs. Carfagno was the principal at Paul V. Fly. So we can owe her a debt of gratitude to our education and you being on Jeopardy. She was really proud of you when I saw her. So congrats to you and thank you for being here. Okay, good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here. It's good to see so many smiling faces. So I have a few announcements. First up, we have some members of the Montgomery County Community College Mustangs women's basketball team here with us. I'd like to invite Athletic Director Kelly Dunbar up to introduce the team and talk about their accomplishments this past season. So if you don't mind, I don't mind putting you on the spot, but I would love for you. You can do both teams. Yeah, that would be great. Yep.
Hi everyone, Kelly Dunbar, like she said. We're really proud over at Monco. We offer intercollegiate, varsity intercollegiate athletics over there, 2-year eligibility. We have some wonderful student athletes here. We have Aviana from Morristown and Rachel Dunn from North Penn High School. They were both on our women's basketball championship, Region 19, which encompasses New Jersey and Delaware and Pennsylvania. So we're really excited about that. And then we have our esports team. I'm not going to introduce all of them, but they are Marble Rivals champions. We've had esports now for about 5 years, and this is our 4th national championship. So again, we're really excited over at Monco. Able to offer a different sports for students in the county. So, thank you very much for having us.
Thank you. So, I just wanted to invite the teams here today because it's, just a point of pride. Oftentimes people don't know some of the programming and extracurricular activities that you have for students at Monco. And when I was at the board meeting last, to meet these young ladies and to know what they accomplished this season and what it means for not only Monco, for the community, just wanted to be here and celebrate with you. So the Mustangs won the North Atlantic District Championship and competed in nationals for the first time ever. So that is huge. So congratulations to the basketball team. And the Mustang esports team. So if you could just stand up, those that are on the team. So this is our varsity team, right? Varsity team. And so they won first place in the NJCAA championship, while the junior varsity team secured 3rd place. And so for those that don't know, Marble Rivals is an online game where teams controlling Marvel superheroes and villains compete in fast-paced battles against other colleges. So congratulations to you. So we're going to bring everybody up, but we'll bring this team up first, and then we'll bring the girls basketball team up for a photo. Congrats. Thank you. Congrats. Congrats. Thanks for being here. All right, so I'm gonna get on the end here. Yeah, there we go.
We're heavy on one.
Can you guys try to squeeze in a little bit? Maybe people like behind each other.
Just a little bit.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Right. So we'll invite the girls' basketball team up. Congrats to you. Thank you. Thank you.
And really quick, we'd just like to present some Mustang swag to the board. So there's different sizes here. I'll just leave them.
Okay, great.
with
Thank
all.
you.
Thank you.
My favorite. Thank you.
She told me she wasn't gonna be here.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Thank you. Come on.
Thank you. Thank you.
And just shout out to college leadership. I know the president of the college could not be here, but thank you for her leadership. And Mike, always, thanks for facilitating making this. Was she able to come on Zoom? She texted me. Oh, well, Dr. Bistecki Perez, thank you for your leadership, and thanks for jumping online. So thank you. Okay. All right, next up. Does everybody know that next week is Teachers Appreciation Week? Do we have any teachers here? Oh, good. I knew it. I had a hunch. It should be Teachers Appreciation Week all year round, right? Am I right? So I just want to just recognize that it is Teacher Appreciation Week, and I hope that our teachers across Montgomery County receive some delicious treats and some big thanks from students and families in the community beyond, coming from a family of educators and working in higher education. I certainly know firsthand how hard you all work to shape young minds and ensure that we pour into the next generation of leaders. So I just want to wish you a happy Teachers Week, and hopefully we'll be visiting some schools next week to show our appreciation. And then also it's Nurses Appreciation Week, another profession that often goes unnoticed. The work they do is invisible at times, but they're essential pillars, like teachers, of our community and of our healthcare system. I think all of us who have needed care or visited a loved one in a healthcare setting can recall a story or a moment when a nurse showed extraordinary care and compassion. And I'll share one of my stories. When my mom was in the ICU, we were getting ready to put her on hospice. My dad, at the same time, was in the same hospital, suffering from an illness, but in another room. And if it had not been for the nurses on that ICU, my dad would not have been able to say goodbye to my mother. So they broke protocol to ensure that as a family, we could be together in those moments where we had to say our final goodbyes to our mother. So I have so many personal stories of the ways that nurses have impacted our family, and I'm sure many of you can think about nurses that have impacted yours. So take a moment next week to thank a teacher, to thank a nurse. They do extraordinary work in our communities, and just wanted to honor them this morning. Sunday, May 11th is Mother's Day. There are many faces of motherhood, and each one is shaped by care, resilience, and connection. So show of hands, who's a mom in the room? Okay. Or who's a bonus mom? Or who's a caregiver, right? So I just want to take a moment to thank and honor all those who have served as mother figures in our community. We see you, we recognize your guidance and your strength. Earlier this month, I joined Monco Mamas, Mr. Morgan. I went to Monco Mamas, proud advocate of Monco Mamas, and a Acclamo at their annual community baby shower. It was a beautiful way to connect with new families and share resources and stories. And it was a heartwarming reminder of how strong and supportive our community can be when people are in their new journey of motherhood. I want to thank everyone that brought this event together, and it was an honor to be there to see the newest moms. Our Department of Health and Human Services also recently hosted the second annual Mothers Alive conference, which I was honored to kick off that event. This event was a powerful collaboration between healthcare experts and people with lived experiences, and it was aimed at shaping how we improve maternal health and reduce disparities in maternal outcomes. As I've said before, the county is committed to being a village for all members of our community, and I'm proud we are showing up in these ways. Mother's Day can be a joyful day to share with family. It can also be a time of reflection and mourning. Whether you are celebrating, remembering, or simply taking up space for yourself, I'd like to wish you a warm and peaceful Mother's Day to all that celebrate this Sunday. And then two other things for me. Finally, I want to acknowledge the passing of John DiNapoli, who served the citizens and first responders of Montgomery County for nearly 40 years as a dispatcher before retiring in February 2022. Even in retirement, John remained with our Department of Public Safety in a part-time capacity until his untimely passing. John also served as a member of the Norristown Fire Department for 52 years and served as the 19th chief of that department. I want to extend my deepest condolences to John's family, friends, and colleagues in the first responder community. We are so grateful for the years he devoted to serving the people and first responders of Montgomery County. And so I'd like to pause for a moment of silence. Thank you. The viewing for John will be held from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. At Volpe Funeral Home. So Friday, May 2nd from 10 to 12 at 707 West Germantown Pike at Whitehall Road in East Norton. In lieu of flowers, memorial contributions can be made in John's memory to the Norristown Fairmount Fire Department or the Montgomery County Heroes Fund. And last but certainly not least, I'd like to acknowledge the Norristown area girls track team who ran in the Penn Relays and took first place in the 4x400 at the Penn Relays. So before I put Milton on the spot to introduce his amazing team, I'm going to reflect for a minute. So when I was in, I think, 8th grade, ran the 4x100, and that was a long time ago, girls. It was a long time ago. I ran the 4x100, and we took home a cookie as well. That's what that medal is called. Oh, there's me. I'm in the front. They shined a little light on me. If you've never been to the Penn Relays, and especially as a young adult or as a child, it's just like a life-changing experience. There are so many athletes from around the country, around the area, and to win is nothing short of amazing. And so really proud of you, Milton. We ran together at Norristown Area High School. You were much more accomplished athlete than I was, but I'm thrilled that you are an educator and you are a coach giving back to our community. So can you take a moment to just talk about this experience and introduce the team? Yeah, come up here. So everybody can see it. That's fine. Girls, come on up. Yeah, not going to guys, okay?
So first and foremost, Noah and I actually met actually in school, but also joining the track team. So it's a nostalgic moment definitely to be here in front of her and to honor our accomplishments. And thank you for that. Second, I am a North Carolina graduate and also a track team member. So it's also an extreme pleasure I'm able to come back and guide the young people and be able to give them opportunities to be able to carry on the legacy that we were all afforded. But the ladies here ran really a great time. We had our first win since 2016, non-family relays. We should have bought the cookie, as I said, it's a nice family relays pack they give everyone, so that's our first. And just want to let you know, we ran 356.61, which is currently right now one of the top 10 times in the state. So we did really well down there. But I just want to introduce all the young ladies. Ava Savage, who is our only senior. She is headed to Houston University in the fall on a full track scholarship. Next up is junior Nyla Kendall, junior Natalia Johnson, and then sophomore Georgia Oliveira. So they're doing really well. I'm just really proud of their accomplishments. And so now we're heading on to the next part of our journey on of our track and field journey. We have our District 1 championships, and then follow up with our state championships. So we just want to thank everybody for acknowledging our efforts and thank the commission for having us come up.
Yeah, great, thank you. Well, we'll come up for a picture. And while they're coming up, the 400 is one of the hardest races to run. And I never liked running it. My coach always made me run the 400. So.
All right, right here. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Commissioner DeBello, the floor is yours.
All right, well, thank you. I'll try to go quick here. Just a couple things. I'll just hit a couple things real quick. This week, or was last week actually, was Bring Your Child to Work Day at the county. It's always a great showing for the young people and the parents that bring them here, where the county could actually show the many careers that their parents are involved in. It's always a fun day. The kids really enjoy themselves. They get to go to different county departments. Some of the departments they visit was Planning Commission, the Sheriff's Department, DA's office, HHS, and others. And they learn about what each of those departments do and really get a look at what their parents do as well. They get to take go throughout all the different buildings and all that. But one of the highlights always seems to be the robotic dog in our sheriff's office. I don't know if we have a picture there or not. So I hope we pique some interest in public service and local government, and maybe we'll have a few future county employees or even elected officials someday soon. So I hope it was rewarding for everyone involved. Last meeting, we talked about the Trail Challenge, and this Saturday, the Montgomery Trail Challenge begins and runs through December 1st. We'll be hosting a kickoff event, 10 a.m. on Saturday at the Central Perkiomen Valley Park in Schwenksville. There's some rain in the forecast, unfortunately, so it may be a little too gloomy, and if so, we'll move it to Sunday, May 3rd at 10 a.m. So just keep an eye out on social media, and a decision on the rain date will be made probably by 10 a.m. tomorrow, May 2nd. So if you're in the area or you want to start your trail challenge, come out and join us. It'll be a lot of fun. There's over 100 miles of trails throughout Montgomery County, so it's a great opportunity to get out, walk the trails, see Montgomery County, and just relax a little bit from from our hectic lives that we have. Make sure you get your trail passport and log all the icons at the different trails around the county. And at the end of the challenge, you can redeem your passport for prizes. Last year, we had over 1,400 people participate in a challenge, plus 67 dogs. So it's a great way for the whole family to get out and participate. We had people as old as 86 last year participating, as well as all the way down to infants with their parents. So if you know anyone older than 86 who might want to participate, maybe they'll get a special prize. So get them out there on the trails. And also, I like to talk about, things like this, that real special moments between two high schools. Not last year in the Springford School District, we lost a student, Jason Crater, in a car accident. Jay, as his friends would call him, was also a member of the Springford baseball team and he played in the Springford youth football program that I ran as well. So it's a little close to home when this happens. Last week, there was a baseball game between Norristown High School and Springford. And before the game, the Norristown players presented the Springford players with a special bracelet in honor of Jay. So I want to commend the Norristown baseball players and their coaches and families for this act of kindness. I believe the bracelet actually had his number on it, so it was really special. So when I think of all the reasons sports are so great for kids and sportsmanship is at the top of that list, they showed so much respect for their opponents with this gesture. And I know that as being a youth coach for years and running the youth programs, I mean, that's what we really want to instill in our kids when they're participating. And it's so great to see that all the way through to high school that they take those lessons learned and they do something, a gesture that it's just amazing for them to show that recognition. And I know that the kids in the Springford School District on the baseball team as well was really happy and appreciative of that gesture. So I want to share the condolences with the Springford and as well as Jay's family and his friends. And we hope that we don't see anything like that in the future. But please remember, as our young kids out there, speeding or whatever it may be always could end up in a tragic. So please always, I know you think it can never happen to me, but please be careful out there, especially as we're going into the graduation season and the summer months ahead. Please just be careful because there are dire consequences that you may not think about that does and will continue to happen in the future. So please be careful. And if, as mentioned, Commissioner Weiner mentioned next Sunday is Mother's Day. I mean, I think we all agree that moms are awesome. So take that moment to recognize your moms and thank them for everything that they do for you. And if you're lucky enough to spend a day with your mother, because I know that she will definitely enjoy that. And then finally, I had the opportunity, I think it'll probably be the last celebration for the Eagles this year until they go into the Super Bowl next year again, right? So, but I had the opportunity, the Eagles, putting politics aside, I had the opportunity, I was invited down to the White House. They had the Eagles celebration on Monday, and it was a great experience to go down and be part of that celebration. We were on the South Lawn. It was a little hot, but it was still a lot of fun. And you know, everybody was excited to be there and celebrate our Super Bowl champions, the Philadelphia Eagles. So that's it. Thank you.
Get some applause. Come on. Okay. All right. Next up, we will be hearing the proclamation for MCIU middle school athletes from our Mayor of North Wales, Neil McDevitt.
morning, everyone.
Let's get you a microphone. Do you want to hold one of these?
Not be on camera, though. No problem. Good morning, everyone. Thank you to all the commissioners for welcoming me here. I did a quick Google search, and this is the first time that a deaf elected official is doing a proclamation in the United States in American Sign Language. So thank you for giving me this opportunity. My privilege and my pleasure being here to read this proclamation in American Sign Language on behalf of the commissioners. Whereas the Montgomery County Intermediate Unit is a point of pride for Montgomery County and its residents in providing quality services for students with disabilities, and whereas a team of students from the MCIU was assembled to represent the county for the very first time at this competition. Max Baxter of Lower Merion School District, a sixth grader, Tyler Schaefer of Wissahickon School District, sixth grade, Tony Wu of Upper Merion School District, seventh grade, and Sadie Zavada of North Penn School District, seventh grade. And whereas the team was coached by Becky Peters and Brooke Logan of the MCIU, Melissa Hall from the North Penn School District, and Colleen and Kevin Schaefer, parents. And they met weekly to practice not just the mathematical concepts used in the competition, but how to support each other as a team. And whereas at the National Middle School Math Competition hosted by the Rochester Institute of Technology's National Technical Institute for the Deaf on Saturday, April 5th, 2025, the MCIU team placed second, despite being much younger than their peers. Max and Sadie were selected to compete in individual competitions, placing first and fourth, respectively. And now, therefore, the Montgomery County Board of Commissioners, along with me, Mayor Neil McDevitt, Mayor of the Borough of North Wales, celebrate Montgomery County's diverse residents and commitment to accessibility, and hereby proclaim May 1st, 2025 in celebration of the MCIU Middle School Mathletes.
We'll bring you all up for a photo. Thank you, Mayor Neal, for the proclamation. It's really fantastic to make history today, for you to be able to do that and to celebrate our mathletes here in Montco. And before we bring up everyone for a photo, I'll just, we've had a conversation about the importance of disability access, the kinds of federal funding that we talked about. The Federal Department of Education puts $38 million just into IDEA funding in Montgomery County, and we're going to continue to advocate for funds like that, and also the enforcement of the ADA, which is absolutely critical to make sure that every child has the same opportunities, because clearly you have extraordinary capability, and you're showing us what you're doing as students, and we want to support you in every way that we can. So thank you, and come on up, let's take a photo. Let's go and find a flag. Go ahead. Thank you for coming.
Good, everybody in?
Hey, can you sit down a little bit? Yeah. Look down a little bit.
Tell me what to do.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. I'm gonna get one too. Thanks.
Thank you.
Say hi to Joe. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so with that, we will move on to the first public comment period, which is for today's pending votes, resolutions, bids, RFPs, and contracts. Do we have any comments?
David Morgan.
Good morning, Commissioners. I'm David Morgan from Amlor, and I'm interested in discussing Exhibit B 5 and 6 because the Ridge Pike project is ongoing, and I know that it says there's a lot of federal reimbursements in this, but then again, it's so ongoing, and it's part Planning Commission and probably part assets and infrastructure. I just want to make sure that our tax money is monitored well in this whole project. I think it's up to about $35 million in cost, so from the county part, if I understand it right. So any updates the commissioners can tell us about this project, that it's cost effective. You have 21 million, 19 million as the two figures at the end of those 5 and 6 on page 2 of 20. So anything that you can help us, because I mention this because Commissioner DeBello, you were mentioning at the end of this January meeting and last meeting about how our standing is with being in deficit possibly in the counties. Are we creeping from 35 million to maybe 40 plus million in deficit as this year's going? And as taxpayers or renters are concerned about their cost of living, affording everything in the county, I'd like to just have you give us updates on the effect of Ridge Pike plus all these other spending projects on our tax bills upcoming, because we've had 5 in a row. I've shown you the chart before, and I like to bring it because it's not often known to people if they have mortgage servicing on their taxes. So we have seen 5, 8, 8, 13, and 9.69 if you look at the top line only for tax increases. So I think this being the 6th year in that sequence, let's really keep after it, because here we are, quarter of the year about done. A lot of people have gone to taxpayer offices. So with this Ridge Pike project, can it, between the two functions of assets and infrastructure and planning commission, be well handled? I know Mr. France one time sent me a letter saying that there's some way that you can get federal grants, and so if that's going to help us, that's good. But I'd just like to have that ongoing awareness, because we do have the quarterly reports started up, which happened so far from the finance officer, and in those reports, just to see where we're standing in terms of spending, that we're not, once again, having to approach a big tax increase as we've seen, especially in the last 2 years, just about double digits, 13 and almost 10. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Any other comments? Great. Okay, moving on to the approval of minutes. Is there a motion to approve the April 17, 2025 minutes of the Montgomery County Board of Commissioners meeting? Moved by Commissioner DeBello. Is there a second? Seconded by Commissioner Winder. Any board comment? All in favor? Aye. The motion is approved. Moving on to resolution number 1, I'll ask Scott France to present an authorization to enter into an agreement of sale.
Thank you, and good morning, Commissioners. We have just one slide to accompany this, and it's a unique situation through our Agricultural Preservation Program. So everyone knows, that program provides the development rights to farm owners so that the farm may remain an agricultural use in perpetuity, and then the farmer gets a recipient of those funds to help sustain and keep the farm going. The money comes from a combination of state and local sources, including the county. This particular farm is the Claire Raymond Farm in Marlborough Township. It was actually approved and an offer was made and accepted back in 2023. However, it's gone through a pretty lengthy process, and in 2024, the state, upon attempting to execute this agreement, identified through the surveying a parcel that the county owned within the farm lot. And while it had been assumed originally that that parcel was on the border of a former railroad corridor that was never built, it turns out that there is a gap in between. So the state said, if we preserve this land, that would isolate this sliver, which you see in yellow there, in a way that would not be acceptable and prevent any future access, even though there is no use apparent that would go on this parcel. The county itself, upon realizing it owns this property, has it on its own list of properties that we don't really need and would like to actually get rid of, and because it serves no purpose. It was acquired in the 70s. It was established back in the 30s by the railroad company that is now defunct. So it has a long history of non-use. So the solution to get this 42 acres of farm preserved under Mr. Raymond would sell that sliver, the 0.88 acres in yellow there, back to Mr. Raymond, and then he would preserve the entirety and proceed with that process. So we are establishing a fair market value for that transaction, although it has not been set yet. But today we're looking for a resolution of approval to engage in the sale.
Got it. Any questions? Okay, is there a motion to approve resolution number 1 as described by Scott France?
So moved.
Moved by Commissioner Winder. Is there a second? Seconded by Commissioner DeBella. Any board comment? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes.
Thank you.
Moving on to our personnel list, which will be presented by Tony Brew, Chief Human Resources Officer.
All right, good morning, Commissioners. You have in front of you the final copy of the Commissioner Department's personnel list. It is a 3-page document dated April 30th, 2025, with a timestamp of 10 a.m. All positions have been reviewed and accounted for and are presented for your consideration.
Is there a motion to approve the May 1st, 2025 personnel presentation as given by Mr. Anthony Brew?
So moved.
Moved by Commissioner Winder. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner DeBello. Any board comment? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion is approved.
Thank you.
Yeah. Moving on to the advertisement of bids, RFPs for Montgomery County. Is there a motion to approve the advertisement of bids and RFPs for Montgomery County on attached Exhibit A?
So moved. Second.
Moved by Commissioner Winder, seconded by Commissioner DeBello. Any board comment? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion is approved. Moving on to awards of contract. Is there a motion to approve the contracts, awards, amendments, and renewals for Montgomery County on attached Exhibit B?
So moved.
Moved by Commissioner Winder. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Commissioner DeBello. Any board comment? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion is approved. Moving on to the Southeast PA Regional Task Force. Is there a motion to approve the advertisement of bids and RFPs for Montgomery County on attached Exhibit C? Moved by Commissioner Winder. Is there a second?
Second.
Moved by Commissioner DeBello. Any board comment? All in favor? Aye. Okay. That was quick. Moving on to general public comment. Do we have any commenters?
Marlene Laska. Marlene Laska. I don't see a mic.
We can hear you.
Oh,
It's there.
is this? Yeah, okay, that's the mic. Okay. Marlene Laska, Upper Providence Township. I attended the logic and accuracy testing
And these are starting on the 21st of April 2025, and these are my observations. Due to the considerations, I am going to bring up my total comments. So this is only the first one. I'll be back. On page 5 of the directive on logic and accuracy testing, version 3.1, 7th of April 25, in bold and italic letters, it is stated that the department strongly discourages relying solely on automated LNA testing or using only pre-printed ballots provided by the vendor. Because pre-printed test deck ballots may be printed under different conditions than official election ballots, manual entry of votes using pre-audited ballots prepared by the election officials on the same ballot prepared for voters is the most effective and way to identify potential errors and anomalies. That is, hand-generated test decks are definitely closer to how real voters would fill in the ballot. Also, manual entry of votes could check different pen types. For example, the fill and regular pens in different colors as well as in pencil. Arguments against not using manual entry were that a big county like Montgomery, given that election officials could be paid, they could not afford the expense. Also, it would be hard to duplicate not filling in a ballot, an oval completely, since the vendor uses precisely less than 33% to recognize a stray mark, etc. So counter arguments for using manual entry are that all precincts in the county can use volunteers to generate their own test decks under the judge of elections supervision, i.e. the Joe could generate test decks under, the Joe could ultimately be responsible for generation of the text decks within a given time frame.
Thank you for your
Even
comment.
not fully completing an oval can be within the Joe's purview. Thank you, and stay tuned for additional comments.
Thank you. Any other comments?
David Morgan.
David Morgan of Ambler. I'll bring up my concerns first. I was concerned about that tax situation, and thank you, Mr. DeBella, for voting against the last tax increase in that December vote. I'm going to bring up now some things that happened last meeting. There was a report about the fentanyl use, and although there was a lot of controversy politically going on now, it is amazing how fentanyl should be much less going across the border. We had problems with the border being open 4 years, and Narcan can really be a help in that solution. So, Commissioners, I applaud that you're helping with Narcan distribution, and also the human trafficking aspect of things with cartels. I encourage work to keep investigating that. And also, I was concerned about the woman who had that traffic accident with a child passing away, that how the law was handling that situation, that another accident with that same driver or anything like that occurs again. So those were some concerns from last meeting. I had to go to a Holy Thursday service. It was Thursday before Easter. Now, I want to compliment the commissioners on that maternity care coalition grant, which is announced in Ardmore. And thank you for your comments today, Commissioner Weiner, on mothers. Thank you, Commissioner Bell, for reinforcing the importance of that at Ardmore. This maternity care coalition can save lives. So that's why I'm here, is to save lives. And also, because Mother's Day is approaching, today we also know that it's National Day of Prayer, May 1st. And so I'm going to, with an instrument, which I happen to have with me, come back, as I did last year for Mother's Day, to have another way of giving thanks for mothers. I'm going to start off with the Lord's Prayer a tiny bit, which Jesus said, and then I'm going to go right into the Cradle Song of Schubert.
Well, we can allow an extra minute on this. You can stop the clock.
I'll let anybody fall asleep at the end. So, yeah, it's just lullaby type. I was blessed today to be at Aylmore getting the SEPTA bus, and I support SEPTA, and I can tell stories about that. I saw a mother with 5. She had 3 children, 1 in a stroller, and she had 2 dogs. So it's a mother with 5 characters going along on Butler Avenue in downtown Aylmore. It was a joy to me seeing that happen, so I encourage your efforts to support life, and if someone that has a pregnancy unexpected, the pregnancy resource centers, and also adopting, because a lot of people are hoping to adopt, and that is a great route to consider for life. So I keep bringing out taxpayers trying to make it through, but also the moms and children. So that's, you'll see me often for that. As she said, she's going to be continuing as long as the Lord allows me to get here. So thank you for your support of those areas.
Thank you. And that tune was so much more soothing than your budget comments typically. Appreciate that. Any other comments?
Yes. DA Kevin Steele.
That's really, really hard to follow. We did that on purpose. So I'm just here to thank you for the step forward that we made with the technology award today. The support of that contract to implement a modern system is critical to our office and our needs, and it's for a modern prosecution office. It's not just a tool. It's a necessity to move forward in so many ways. We had national experts come in and do an assessment and look at our office, and that was one of the greatest needs that we have forward. I told you all on different occasions, we're still doing statistics by hand in some of those. And so in terms of what this can do and the movement forward on this, streamlining operations, increasing efficiency, improving accuracy, and enhancing transparency, which are all critical to this and will help us to collect and analyze data and improve public safety through innovation. So this is really a big step forward, and I hope it will contribute to cost savings going forward, improve resources, and reduce even paper records that we are using and have all over our office. So I'm here to say thank you for supporting that and moving us in the right direction in that critical area for public safety here. So thank you.
Thank you. A quick question: how does this relate with the system that we voted on last year in relation to the police and the?
Yeah. One of the difficulties that we had with that, the police departments were not on the same records management system, and the one that was being developed and worked on didn't meet prosecutorial needs. And so that's why we've had to kind of transition here and move to another system and go through that whole RFP process to make it not just police focused, but prosecution focused. And I know you did one for the public defender's office a little while back that was focused on public defenders and those needs. And I think and hope that when we work with all of these together, we're going to be leaps and bounds of where we are. It's not going to solve all the issues, but it's certainly a big step in the right direction. And it's not going to be fast. This is probably we're looking at, and when I spoke to the folks that come in, I'm like, well, how long is this going to take? Can we be up in 3 months or so? And it's probably more of an 18-month process to get through, but we'll push it along as quickly as we can. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. Any other comments?
One last one on Zoom, Kaylee Taylor. Kaylee? You'll have to unmute, Kaylee.
Can you hear me now? So my name is Kaylee Taylor. I'm from Cheltenham, Pennsylvania, and my comments are related to the Norristown Detention Facility. I was very disappointed to hear that we've been, kind of working along with ICE, and I really hope that we'll consider policies that more align with like what Philadelphia is doing.
So you'll hear more from us in the coming week on that topic.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Any other comments? All right, any closing comments? Yeah. Okay. I'll just say in regard to what the DA raised, the contract award was $1.2 million for the case management system. It's part of our broader interest in investing and innovating and making sure that we modernize government, the way we operate, taking things off of paper. Systems like this across the board will allow us to be more efficient, to use AI to analyze data, to improve service delivery across the board, to make things easier for staff that are working hard and perhaps doing things that we could automate. So that's, it's an exciting thing to be able to see that happening, in the DA's office and across the board. So looking forward to seeing that come through. And yes, it definitely takes time on all of these things, but our new Office of Innovation, Strategy, and Performance is coming up with a plan across the board for different county offices and how we can find systems or ways to modernize and increase our performance and efficiencies. So I'm excited about that. This was a quick meeting. This was good. This is ideal.
Keep it going.
Let's keep it going. All right, with that, we have a retirement board coming up. Are we going to go straight into that, or okay? So we can't. Well, first we have salary board. So I will make a motion to adjourn the May 1st, 2025 meeting, Montgomery County Board of Commissioners. Is there a second?
Second that.
Seconded by Commissioner Weimer. Any board comment? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. The meeting is adjourned. And also I should just note the next meeting is May 15th, 10 a.m. in the boardroom. So now we'll bring on our controller for the salary board, and then first ask for public comment. Is there any public comment?
David Morgan.
Is it a musical comment or a verbal comment?
Brief. David Morgan of Ambler. I've noticed at the salary board meetings that Commissioner DeBellos has a list in front of him. Often it's a new positions list, which people will find on the table. But I sent to your attention on January the large list of new positions and the costs that would involve, including 5 solicitors and 2 policy persons and other aspects that I think are just going to cause us to have an awful lot of spending. And recently, in this new positions, we have a labor liaison and a director of HR, talent management, and an office support person 6. So the salaries can go up to 134,000. So I'm just concerned that so many new positions that we should maybe have a ongoing tracking of them, that the public sees them rather than have it just be paper over there, and know the extent of new position creation so that we can have a tax even 0% or something like that by the end of the year, just to try to watch this cost increase. Thank you very much.
Any other comments?
That's it.
Okay. I'll bring up Tony Brew, our Chief Human Resource Officer.
All right, good morning, members of the Salary Board. You should have in front of you a final copy of the Salary Board list. It is a 4-page document dated April 30th, 2025, with a timestamp of 10 a.m. All positions have been reviewed and is accounted for and are presented for the Salary Board's consideration.
Okay, is there a motion to approve the May 1st, 2025 Salary Board presentation as given by Mr. Tony Brew, Chief Human Resources Officer?
So moved.
Moved by Commissioner Winder. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Controller Hart. Any board comment? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Is there a motion to adjourn the May 1st, 2025 meeting of the Montgomery County Salary Board?
So moved.
Moved by Commissioner Winder. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Controller Hart. Any board comment? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Meeting is adjourned. Thank you. So should we go straight into the retirement board or come back at 12?
I don't think they're here.
Okay, so we'll be back here at noon for the retirement board.